Hello, fellow GH fans, and welcome to the Port Charles podcast. We're discussing the week in review for Friday, January 13th. Hope everybody's having a great Friday the 13th out there, wherever you may be, however you may be listening. What a week. Carly finally confesses. She confesses to all, and almost half the town of Port Charles now knows about Willow. So it started off when Drew confronted Carly about why it seemed like she really didn't want to find Willow's birth parents. Well, it ended up leading to Carly confessing that she knows that Nina is Willow's mother. And the reason she finally confessed was because Drew finally admitted that Willow has leukemia, and the only way that her life could possibly be saved is through a bone marrow transplant through a living relative. This forced Carly to finally come clean about everything. It would just so happen that Willow collapses, she passes out, she gets rushed to the hospital, everything's fine, but now everybody also knows there is no donor match anymore. The match was for health reasons, not cleared to donate, so now we're back to square one, but now Willow's life really is in danger. So Carly finally had to confess everything to Nina because time is of the essence to save Willow's life here. And she finally had to tell her, you are Willow's mother. Now, Michael knows about this. Drew knows. Carly knows. Nina knows. I'm sure Sonny's about to find out. How is Willow going to react? We know it's not going to be good. We know it's not going to be good whatsoever. She's going to hate the idea that Nina is her mother. And I keep hearing about how there's going to be all this backlash against Carly for keeping this secret. But here's the thing, and here's how I think Carly's going to be able to spin her way out of this. So the key to a good, say, bad guy, so to speak, is that what they do and what they say, they are 100% convinced that they are in the right, that what they're doing is right. This is what comes into play here with Carly, because as she explained to Drew, Willow decided she didn't want to know her birth mother, and she certainly wouldn't have wanted her birth mother to be somebody like Nina. Carly, knowing that and not knowing the health implications and the health issues that Willow's having, she's more likely to keep that secret. She sees no good reason to reveal it. So in her mind and in her thinking, she's doing the right thing. Now, so many people are going to go, well, you only did this because of what Nina did to you, coming between you and Sonny, and then her keeping that secret from you. And in a way, I think they're partially right. But in Carly's mind, just based on history, Carly thinks she's in the right here. She thinks what she was doing was good for Willow, so that she didn't know that Nina was her birth mother. And she would have done everything to keep Willow from knowing that. So in the end, while I do think there's going to be some backlash, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be really mad at Carly, I think she's going to be able to work her way out of this. And people, especially once Willow rejects Nina as her mother, at least for a while, people are going to kind of see, okay, I see where Carly was coming from in this. What she did wasn't right, but I understand why she did it. So now the cat's out of the bag. Nina's about to tell Willow everything. I'm sure that's going to come on Monday. And Willow is going to absolutely lose it. And hopefully this does not put Willow in another bad situation health-wise and things like that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next week. But what a bombshell. Carly has finally confessed to the secret that she's been keeping. And you know what? This is going to be a big load off of Carly's shoulders going forward. She's going to have to fade. She's going to have to take the heat on it. But I think, again, in the end, it will kind of subside and people will understand where she was coming from. Now, moving over to the Cassadines, Victor busted Nikolas this week. He found out that Nikolas lied about the North Tower being under construction and off limits when Spencer came to get his stuff and kind of slipped that I ran into Dimitri in the North Tower, and Victor goes, well, I was closed. And Spencer goes, well, I guess it's not anymore. So Victor went to the North Tower, found a piece of the burnt, broken Christmas tree ornament, and he put the pieces together, and he finally called out Nikolas saying, hey, you've been hiding Esme here the whole time, haven't you? Now he's going to keep that secret. He put all that Christmas stuff and all of Esme's stuff in storage, hidden away from Nikolas, because he's going to use this as blackmail material in the future if he feels like he needs it against Nikolas, to keep Nikolas in line. I honestly think like Victor and Nikolas would probably make a good team if Nikolas was more kind of Cassadine-ish. He shows bits and pieces of it at times, but he's not like completely 100% all in with it. And I'm kind of liking Victor. I know he's this bad guy. I really, as of late, it doesn't really seem like he's doing a lot that's just overtly, openly bad. But, we know what he's done in the past and what he's doing that's being hidden away. So now he's got this to hold over Nikolas's head. So what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that Nikolas is going to find himself in a position where he's having to play ball with Victor? Or do you think Nikolas is going to be able to kind of sidestep all of this and it's not going to be a big deal in the end? Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think. In the latest General Hospital news, we are happy to report that the Nurses Ball will be coming back this spring to General Hospital. So this is something that I know a lot of fans look forward to. I look forward to it on a yearly basis. I love when they do the Nurses Ball. I love seeing the performances and the people kind of singing and working together. Of course, it will not be the same this year without Epiphany, and I'm sure that with this edition of the Nurses Ball, they're really going to pay tribute to Epiphany. But I also think that they're going to use this to possibly bring back the hook killer in a way and Heather do something and possibly go after somebody at the Nurses Ball. Now, having said that, we know that the Nurses Ball is going to be sometime this spring, either March, April, somewhere around there. Will Lucy be found in time to come back and MC the Nurses Ball? Let me know what you think. Is Lucy going to be back? Is she still going to be considered dead? So that's all we've got for this week, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the Port Charles Podcast. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think of Carly's big confession and how is Willow going to react to Nina being her mother. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Eric with the Port Charles Podcast.